rewards and stuff, like the sound effects and stuff. I didn't want to have too much stuff in that way either, because like, for instance, when I'm reading the stories, I won't be able to read you guys talking to me. So like, I'm gonna see if like a couple of my mods can kind of hang out that night, just even a little bit, because like, not that I'm expecting anybody to like do or say anything, because you guys are always like really great, but like, just to have like somebody there that can like, in case somebody raids me or something, like say hello and like tap the sign basically that says like I'll respond after I finish reading, because I'll have all the sound effects and stuff off completely for me. It should also be off for you guys so it doesn't interrupt the reading, hopefully, if I've done it right. But it means that like when something goes off, like bits won't show up on the screen, like bits and subs and stuff and raids and stuff, they're not going to show up on the screen. So you're not going to have like a animation or whatever. There's not going to be any sound. It's going to be kind of a little less rewarding when something happens, I kind of feel like, and also I won't see it immediately. So I'll only be able to action it after I finish reading the story and then look up, and like we'll get like, I'm kind of allowing for about a 10-minute segment-ish, 5 to 10 minutes between each book to kind of like talk about it if people are around and kind of like have thoughts and feelings about it. Also let me catch up on what was said or done or whatever and do things kind of thing. But yeah, beyond that, like there's that. And then when I do the hot ones, when I'm eating that, like I'll be trying to comment on stuff happening in like the marbles game and stuff, and I do think that I'll be able to respond and do stuff instantly, but depending on how I'm going with like the spice, like I might not be able to like produce like the cute noise that I'm aiming for, or like I might need an extra second or something like that. Like, yeah, it's just going to be a very different event. So I just kind of didn't want to put up too many things as well, with the view that like it's going to be a lot more, I don't know, I kind of feel like it's going to be a lot more chill kind of thing, especially the reading one. I think I'm going to put everybody to sleep because it's going to be like calming as fuck. Honestly, I've tried to set up as much as I can to be like good for in the background, or like somebody could open up stream and have like the device on like their side table or something while they sleep and stuff, you know, without it like keeping them awake, hopefully. So yeah, it should be fun. I'm pretty much looking forward to it. Plus there's like unlockable story and stuff like that involved as well. It's like a 45-minute like read. So yeah, that's fucking intense. My brain, I swear, when I sleep, because I also had a dream really, really recently. I could tell you guys about this one, just to give you an idea of what some of these will be like. It's not going to be as fucking cleanly written and shit, because this is just off the top of my head from what I can remember. But like, I had a dream like literally only last week, and it kind of like started like I was in StarCraft, like playing StarCraft kind of thing. But like, then I could kind of go into like first person kind of thing and experience the game. Like, no, you're not running Wild Rat. I could experience the game, like walk up and look over a hill as if I was really there. It was really cool. But then like, it kind of turned into 7 Days to Die. Like, I had a base and I was just kind of like pottering around. I was trying to like not be seen by some guards and some shit. I was apparently Duke Nukem. Don't know why, but I was Duke Nukem. And then a zombie got on my motorbike and like drove off with it. And I'm like, shit, you know, I haven't even got to ride it yet. I want that back. So obviously I went after the zombie riding my motorbike and like followed it to like, you know, the evil fucking layer of my, what do you call it? Like nemesis and stuff like that. And then, yeah, I had to like follow the zombie in through like all these like vents and crawl spaces and stuff like that. But it was like literally a trap. And I was like going up to where this henchman was, like where the main guy that like runs the place, the big boss was, kind of thing. And I don't even know, he reminded me of somebody from like more so like, I don't know, Mortal Kombat or like Wolfenstein or something like that kind of era sort of get up. I was Duke Nukem, mind you. I was like literally like the guy with like the fucking the outfit and the sunnies and the blonde, whatever his fucking haircut's called, and big muscles and shit. And apparently I was dating his daughter. So yeah, anyway, his daughter was there and he had like a gun pressed to her head and stuff. And I'm like, you know, you're not going to shoot your daughter, obviously. So I was like, I don't really want this fight today. You know, we can do this tomorrow. I'll literally come back tomorrow. I'll come back at like 7:20 a.m. I'll come back tomorrow at this time and we can have this fight. Just like, let your daughter go. Let me go. And yeah, anyway, we ended up postponing and like setting a date for like the next day to do the fight. And the next day I obviously like came back. Actually, before I came back, before I forget, I went home and for some reason I had to remove my muscles to get like these shards out of them. Fuck knows why there were shards in like my muscle tubes, but I had to like basically like slice at the top and slice at like my elbow, remove my elbow down, right, part of my arm, and then I had to like squeeze out this like, it looked like a tube of like fat in like, a lot of guys will know what I'm about when I'm talking about looking in a fleshy tube of fat. Anyway, it kind of looked like that with like gelatinous kind of like cream sort of stuff. And I was like, I have to like squeeze out all these like rock shard things out of my muscles and then slide that sleeve back on and then like stitch it back up and stuff. But my stitches were too fresh and like they were going to be obvious the next day. Like I had to reattach like my arms at my elbow and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, I just got to be really careful not to like, you know, throw a punch or really overextend my arms or lift them and stuff. So I'm like, what I'll do is I'll bandage them up. He won't be able to tell, like the enemy guy is not going to be able to tell that obviously I've just attached my arms and reattached my arms and stitched them together and stuff, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll wrap them up. I'll wrap them up and in bandages, and I'll just say that I'm going for a new look because I could put like extra bandages wrapped around my arms to make them look bigger so they'll look more like they did yesterday, because you wouldn't notice this on your enemy like the next, like a month later or something like when you fight them again if the muscles are bigger or smaller or whatever, but it's just like the next morning. It's too fast for them to get that much smaller kind of thing. So yeah, anyway, I went back with like my arms wrapped up with like bandages, and for some reason he was showing his daughter, who was my girlfriend, and her friend, who was apparently my daughter, that they were being shown like Christmas decorations and stuff. For some reason he was like doing Christmas shopping and Christmas cards and shit with his daughter and my daughter, my wife or girlfriend or whatever. And he didn't really want to do that fight. Like he's standing there with his like cup of Christmas coffee kind of thing. He's like, I don't really want to do the fight right now. And I'm like, look, I don't really want to do it either. We just do it after the festival kind of thing. Because he wanted to kill me at the festival, which was happening that night. But now he's got to wait. And he's like, we'll just do it after the festival. Yeah, that's the kind of like dreams I have. So that was one that was very enriched in like multiple different games. But you get the idea. It was weird. So generally my actual like stories and stuff have a little bit more direction and pacing and shit. The ones that are like wrote up. And that one is really complicated to try to explain just because like it's very hard to explain like a gelatinous like sleeve of meat getting taken off your arm and having like shards of rock like squeezed out of it and then put back on kind of thing. You know? So remove your muscles. Well, yeah, well, that's basically what happened. I was just also trying to adjust this as well, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to do it somewhere else. I just can't remember. I was trying to get this up to like the maximum, but I don't think it's on the maximum. I just can't remember where the thing is. It's not eject fuel. It's not build copy. Where's my other ones? I have like the fuel mark. I guess, yeah, it's just how I did it. Okay. No, it's fine. But yeah, there'll be like, give or take, I think there's like 15 or 16 stories or something they'll be reading out. It should be like roughly, I know the stories themselves to read in total, all of them without taking breaks and stuff, is 4 hours. So I know that if I have like 5-10 minutes in between it, it's easily going to buff out to like 6 to 8 hours kind of thing. So I'm kind of allowing for that for like possibly also slowing down with like reading some parts, just because like I've also got to be like actively mentally present through the whole thing as well, as opposed to like sometimes when I'm playing games I can kind of like space out and do other shit while I'm talking to you and stuff. So it'd be a bit different, but it should be pretty fun. It should be like a lot of what the fuck kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. Also, I love like, I don't know, analyzing my dreams and stuff. So a couple of the older ones might have some dream analysis with it as well. I'm trying to think of what else. It feels like we're all busy. Yeah, it does feel like that lately. I feel like pretty much since I started doing the rigging, my avatar, it's been very, very busy. You know. Also, everybody should have a gun by now. I'll wait till dawn and we'll probably go fight these guys. But yeah, no, pretty much since I've been working on it. I feel like the year has kind of like slipped by real quick, you know? Because like I just finished last night playing Need for Speed Underground 2. I was thinking that that was going to get me like at least one more like, you know, stream of it. I didn't think I'd do as well as I did. And I was like so fucking out of it playing it. It was so funny. Whereas, yeah, I feel like this month is going to go ultra fast for me because like I've got my partner's birthday's this week, which by the way, as I said, I don't know about Friday's stream. We will see because I've got to be up during the day on Friday and I'm looking at roughly what he wants to do for the day and stuff, and I'm thinking I'm going to be awake until after lunchtime after having been awake and streaming Thursday. So I'm pretty much considering that Friday is probably a non-event, but I also don't want to spam you guys with the amount of fucking announcements I've had in Discord lately. So yeah, I'm just waiting another day to like see how I feel about that. I'm not surprised that shit's rotting in here. We've only got like 2 air conditioners running. It's like 9 degrees. I can't get it any colder unless they've got like over here working yet. They've got like the smallest part enclosed. I just need them to finish working on it. But for right now, I could get them to... I could bring this room down. Because 4 air conditioners is still 1 more air conditioner than what we got over there. And it is summer. What we can do is we can turn off these ones over here. I'll grab that one. There we go. I just want these ones to turn off for the moment. So then we're not using that power, and then it should be all connected. Once I can get like a second room, because the problem I've got is I've got vents and everything. Oh no, I can open close it. Open close will come. Oh yeah, okay, let's turn those closed. That actually works for me then. If that's the case, this room can actually be way more efficient. Because that will get these cool too once they're done. Actually, if that's the case, I can shut these ones off for the moment. And I can let them bring food in here. I'll let it get cold first. Let's keep an eye on that. It should be cold enough. It was like 10 degrees. It's getting down to 8. It's going to take a few minutes. I want to see it like really hit blue because that's about the same as that. But yeah, there was a fair bit of like, I don't know, I've spent most of this month so far. Like it shocked me last week that like, you know, my partner's birthday was this week and then this week is gone. Like, I'm really, really happy that I spent, like, the weekend sorting out, like, all the September event stuff and all the stories and all that sort of stuff. Because, like, some of the stories are published, right? So I don't really have to do anything to clean them up, except for, like, fucking around with some name change stuff. That's fine. But as for, like, the rest of them, they're either in a state ready to be published or they're in a draft. And if they're in a draft, they're not clean and easy to read. And like, for instance, I spent like 2 hours cleaning one so that it was like more sensible, readable, because like normally what would happen is when I have a dream, I'll sit down and, or when I wake up, I'll sit down and like immediately just like dictate out what happened in the dream to like my phone to automatically take that kind of information. I used to, before I had a phone that could do that, I used to sit there and do it manually. I used to go quickly, like jump on a computer and I'd type it all out and it would take like 2 to 4 hours depending on the story. And yeah, nowadays I can just stand there for like 15 minutes or something like that and just dictate to my phone and then clean it up afterwards. Because some of it's fine, some of it picks it up, and some of it like changes the words and it doesn't make sense because it changes the word, then it changes the sentence because that's how autocorrect works. Oh man, my neck. I don't know if you guys heard that then. There's a lot of crunch. RimWorld is being so calm and peaceful now that it's stopped fucking around as much. Like, it's still done a little bit of the blur shit, but I feel like I'm almost used to it at this point. Hunter has shield weapon. Yeah, we know. Did we end up moving all the things down here and building what we could? We obviously didn't have enough to build those, but we added just a little handful, just 5 more of those, which is 5 more than we had. I just want to see it get closer to whatever time the AM is. It's like 4-ish. I want them to kind of get up, maybe have a chance to eat, and then we'll fight. Also, I'm supposed to be sending a gift to them so I don't lose them as allies, but speaking of the caravan, they're past it. They're moving a lot faster than I thought. It's fine. You guys can trade with them. I was going to make them trade with this one, but we'll see how they go. Now, I want to see their details. Oh, I guess that was their details. I can't remember it showing me. Show what they will buy. I just can't remember. Next restock is in like 4.6 days. I think they'll be there before then though. What about this group? Never visited stock unknown. Oh, hello. I'm pretty sure we have visited. We'll go trade with them if that's the case. We've never visited them. I still gotta send something to Purple though. I thought I called Purple in. Did I call them in? Or did I call in green and... No, I called in purple and blue. I called in purple and blue. Are you guys... Not the bush. Binbum. Yeah, there's this group. Hold on. Let me go grab a trader. I just want to... It's morning as well, so we kind of want to get this done. I just got to find somebody that can just go and give a gift. I guess it doesn't really matter who gives them a gift. It shouldn't matter. But there will be some people that don't want to do trade. Okay, you lot. Can you go do trade? And then I also have like component bits here. That reminds me, I've got to go check up the top of the map if they brought in all the food or not. It looks like they did. Also looks like they've been planting some trees. Or the trees are regrowing, I don't know which. Inspired. Pretty sure I used to have like planted trees up here. Ah, that's what the sound is. They're just repairing stuff. Okay. Well, we're gonna want to hunt the wildlife here too. Eventually, because we want the meat. But since it's morning, I'll let them do the trade. And then we'll go fight the mech. There we go. Yep. I want to give gifts. When you get there. Let's see. I could gift you meat. But we're not going to do that. I could give you Thrumbo. That would also make him insanely happy. Oh, I've got 10 EMP shells. Actually, you know what we're going to do before we do that fight is we're going to put down a couple of those thingamabobbins. These here. I do have Masterworks of these. I honestly don't want to keep them. I'm not a huge fan of orange. Which is funny. I was just about to like look over and I was like, maybe my character would have her orange dress on. I'm like, the timing for that would have been immense. But I'll get rid of those because those are like really good gifts. They can have the Masterwork shirts, some excellent stuff. So it's getting us up to 20. They're not having that much gold. I thought about giving them some. I have a shit ton of books. I don't want to give them any furs or leathers, none of that. I don't know if I've used the iguana stuff, but I know I bought it. And I don't have any like bug meat here. Okay. I'll give them like a little stack of some gold. Because that will also make them happy. That didn't make them as happy as I was kind of hoping it would. That's 30 odd. That should be enough. Okay. So now my allies are... Yeah, that's a much better number. It's not up in the 60s, but like it's better. Okay, so what I kind of want to do, let's pause that real quick. I don't even know if these guys can build them next to it safely. But what I kind of want to do, I want to see if they can build it next to it first off. I don't know how close we're going for this. I kind of want to move that one over a bit. I want to first see, can I build it right on them? And then I want, well, I don't super want that to be in the same radius as the turret, now that I look of it. Where are we going for that? That's going to be in the radius of that first turret. Yeah, maybe not for the rest. I don't know why this one's not showing up, because whatever's there, it's not letting me put it there. Those first couple of turrets might not work. What? If I could... I don't know if this is enough. I don't know if they're going to trigger them all. I don't fucking know. But if it was to work, that would be a hell of an advantage. So first things first is I just want to save this as a new raids. Because just in case I have to like fix it up. I can always just fix it up anyway, but this is fine. Let's see, you're not the chimpanzee I want, you're the butcher. Takeo, I think you got crafting, not the other one. Shooting. Campbell. I don't know if you've got construction. I'm not actually sure who here would have it. Nitro should. You don't. Should have though. 3, Radma does have some. 3, Larissa. A lot of my people here aren't going to have construction because most of them are over at the new location doing construction. I need to just find somebody that cannot fuck it up on the first build. I also just got to find out if somebody can build it without waking them because they're right next to it. I'm also trying to look for people that are like the oldest colonists. There, Sky, get your cheeks down here. I need you to first just build one right there. I can always undo this. So let's do that. Okay. So I want to know if they can build it up against them. Obviously, if I move it any further over, they're going to zap these. But I do have a small radius in here or up there or on the corner that I could possibly use. Or I could try to put one behind them. Behind them would probably be the most effective if it doesn't wake them. If building right next to them like this is a fucking problem, I can't do anything about it. I don't know if they got to cross over it or not. Yeah, you guys with your weapons. I gave some people weapons and they'd prefer that because they're excited about melee. Some of these people I just literally just take this stuff off. Yeah, the Megasoft. I'm gonna say, I'm hearing this go off. Whose idol is the Dark Eye? Dark Eye doesn't have anything to do here. So if we could get this full, I could send him and Stone back. And that would be good. That's a happy run, so pretty excited. Sits outside wagging to happily. Oh, thank you, Viking. Give you some ruffles. That bird sitting down in your photo though, I had I don't know, it's such a reaction to that. It's so sitted, you know? I don't know. I kind of forgot that it's hot where you are, though. It was kind of a funny moment when I sort of realised. I still happily smiling receives ruffles. No. No, Azula's stretching too. Hold on, I gotta pet her. There we go. Azula has been patted. She's kind of asleep in her donut at the moment. Still happily smiling. No. Yeah, I'm going to do an attack in a moment. I also kind of need some people to be able to bring this in. But I kind of want to send... I want to send Dark Eye back because I don't really have anything he can research. But then again, I also don't think I've got anything here for him to do either. But I think he can do cooking. I just don't have a bench yet here. He could do stuff with animals. He should be assigned for animals. Hold on. What is your assigned thing, mate? Should be right down the bottom. I gotta take a look at Senma because she should just be unconscious. You have hunting and you have handling. You should be able to get that up. I have plenty of animals here. Are you just out of it? Yeah, catatonic. Okay, I just had to check because if she wasn't catatonic, if she needed something, the other base is starting to get stuff. Okay, now speaking of, I was gonna say, I'm like, that didn't tell me that that battle started, but okay, I can't build stuff next to them. Interesting to know. I wonder how close I can build it. I also wonder how close I saved it. I quickly went over to the other spot just to like check it out, but like obviously I can't build things. So if it matters if I build it behind it, because I've put turrets really close before. So instead of these, I wonder if I can build one back here. This would only halve the group. And that would take out the turrets, but not if I do that. Okay, so let's get rid of those ones. I know Sky was coming down. Let's try this again. Sky can try to install that. I think what happens is when she installed it, it may be set off. Maybe. Either way, I'll give it another crack. And we'll see what happens. If it sets off immediately, if that's what's the problem, there's nothing I can do about that. I just can't use them unless I want to put them somewhere between here. Which, to be fair, I do think I could fit one. Yeah, I could fit a couple in here. I don't know if it's going to take out the power grid between it. I guess we'll find out. Like, they shouldn't come from very high up. It's about time we start dabbling. That'll take out the solar in that corner, though. Yeah, I've got to start dabbling in this shit. As we're getting to a point where it's like we're moving to enough locations and we're getting enough stuff that the turrets aren't going to be enough soon. Like, they're a lot. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot. But like, they're not going to be enough soon. Alright, where's Sky? There she is. Here she comes. She's got the IED thingies. I'm just going to see if you can build it. Because if we can build it, I can pop one on the front or the back. I just don't remember how they fucking trigger. I don't remember if they got to walk directly over it or not. Or if it's a thing where they've got to be in the radius. Sorry, I had to yawn. I hear like gunshot in the distance. I know I send everybody off to hunt things. I'm super happy that like nothing's down here to fight. Where is she? She's decided to go up through there. They have a door. They just refuse to use the gate. Most of the time they'll just use a door. Mind you, it's actually a little bit closer, but like just barely. Alright, let's see what happens when she builds this. I added more turrets. I'm not particularly that worried about the centipedes. It's more so the lancers that like get us from a really super great distance I'm a bit concerned about. Plus, testing this on Sky is probably one of the best people to do this too. And Gay's down there like building as well. Let us find out what happens. Is it because you're building in the area? Okay, she's starting the build. Zones. Okay, let's clear this as a build zone ASAP. They'll probably come back in a second when it finishes. I don't know if the one down the bottom counts as well. Might. No, Azula's stretching. Barb's got food poisoning because of berries. I'm not surprised. Now, does it go pop? And is that what the problem is? Because it could have just been... No? Okay. Sky, can I get you to build... No, we don't have shit missing. We have like 10 of them. We got 8. Okay, somebody else must be... maybe building it? Either way, I'm going to save that. And keep that. somebody is doing the thing somewhere. I also didn't really want to have 10 of those shells, but I wasn't expecting them to make so many so quick. So it's fine what we've got. Anybody else look like they're hauling plast still in this area? So I've also got these ones here. They'll end up being probably 5, which will use up all of them. You literally can't seem to find it. Now, last time we had a problem where you guys couldn't find these things. Let me grab a bench where everyone's got a little bit of a space. Let me just say that you guys can't put it on the thing anymore, because that's what the problem was before. Should be manufactured... maybe mortar shells? Yeah, okay. Just drop that off the thing for a hot second, because that should count as it's there now. Put it back. It literally doesn't matter if they picked it up or not. Where's Sky? Dawn. Where the fuck does she go? Because she can be quick when she fucking wants to. Oh, there she is. Okay. Can you build them now? They should have counted. No. I could hear a gunshot in the distance and I was like worried for that for a hot second there. Okay, let's grab this again. And let's just say don't put it on the shelf at all. Let's just say water shelves and crap just aren't going on there. Rat's having a tantrum. That's fine. He looks like he's going to destroy like something good in the prison. And you're down in here. Cool. Well, it should now count if it's countable. My limestone blocks. Does it count? Can't work on EMP trap. Missing 2 shells. What the shit? Okay, well, we've got 1 trap in. If it's not going to let me do the others, it's probably not going to let me do the others. There is a chance that everybody else will do what I need them to do. But for real, I've actually got to, like, get rid of these fuckers before the drone intensifies, or I'm not going to get this battle done. So I kind of got to bring you guys down here. And let's try to grab, like, another group of yours. You only grab, like, 200 at the most. And because I've got 290, I've got to kind of do this in groups. And let's grab you lot and bring it down here. Now, I could just flat out overwhelm them with a monumental group, like point blank. That is something I could do. Let's get this raid set start. I've been considering doing it for a while, especially since like at their point blank, they shouldn't really be able to shoot.